Yo, I just want to put out there, okay? For every single person that come on any one of these social media apps and say, "Oh, my vote belongs to me," um, whatever nonsense they want to say. Voted for my own interests. I voted for this and my vote's this and my vote's my own or I own my votes or whatever. Like I said, whatever nonsense you can come up with, because it's pure nonsense. Okay, you cannot survive on your own. Other people have said it, but I'm putting my little spin on it. You cannot survive on your own. Period. You can live alone, not a big problem, but you cannot survive. There's a difference between living and surviving. Ask anybody who have two brain cells, they'll tell you this, two different things. You can live as long as you want to by yourself in your house because you're just living, you're just existing. All right, that's a real thing. But when it comes to survival, you cannot do it by yourself. It's physically and utterly impossible to do by yourself. Here's a question. If you take your two empty hands, walk out into the woods, how long you think you'd last before you die? It's a real question. And that's what I mean by you cannot survive on your own. It's impossible. It's physically impossible. And I can hear the idiots, the morons, the moronic idiots going, "Oh, well, I'm not going to go without a hammer or a nail or some tools or some food." Then that means you're not surviving on your own. If you take any single thing that made from any other person, that's not survival by yourself. You're taking that person, that company, that group of people with you in the woods because you didn't make it yourself. If you want to read a book about survival, you're taking that person who wrote the book in the bushes with you to survive. So you still didn't do it by yourself. You may have read the book, but you didn't write the book. Get it now? It's impossible for we to survive on our own. It's not even close. We cannot do it ourselves. It's impossible, physically, utterly, by every metric, impossible for people to survive by themselves. Remember, when your deity, your God or whatever, created man, he created two people. This is why every creature on earth is usually have a pair. This is why we have a pair. Because it takes two to truly survive. To begin to survive. Because even two can't survive for very long. I hope you understand what I'm saying here. It's impossible to survive on your own. So when you go to vote, and the idiots and the morons, the moronic people that come on here and say, "I voted for my own interest. I voted for myself. I voted for what I wanted. I voted for what I needed." Prove how stupid you are. One guy made a video. I said people said it before, but I just want to put my twist on it. He said, "You have nothing. So why you voting for yourself? You vote for the tribe. You need a tribe to survive." But it's more than just a tribe. Okay? I want you to think about this. Again, my brain works differently. Why cities are so much more successful than rural areas? Why big companies are more successful than small companies? Get it yet? Why larger groups are more inclined to move forward than smaller groups? Why smaller groups, aka the millionaires right now, billionaires, and the shitty ass white supremacist group, and the Republicans right now, why do you think they're trying so hard? Why do you think they're trying so hard to separate you? Why do you think they're trying so hard to pull more people into their folds? Why are they doing everything in their power to make you think you're better than the person that's standing right next to you. Because they know if you realize for 2 freaking seconds that the person standing next to you, you have more in common with than some dude that you'll never meet in your entire life, they will lose every single time. Their whole hateful, misogynistic, whatever the hell them words are, their whole hateful, psychotic behaviors will just go away because nobody wants to deal with it. So first they have to make the majority of people think that it's okay. Why do you think they're trying so hard to hide these files that they don't want people to find? Because they want you, the mass, to be okay with it so they can be okay doing that nasty stuff they're doing. Because why? The majority is always the team to go with. And the minority always try to get the majority to separate, to fight against themselves. This is why when you vote, you can't vote for yourself. You have to vote with you and the majority in mind. And if the majority benefits more than you, then you might want to go for the majority, because guess what happens? When the majority succeed, you succeed. If the majority fails, you fail. This is why I keep saying the millionaire class, the upper class, whatever the fuck they want to call themselves, those jackasses, keep wondering why they keep failing, wonder why the companies keep shutting down, why businesses keep going up, why the stock market right now is a big old bubble that's going to pop soon, why their lives so miserable, why this, if you have, I bet it in, if you've been around rich people, you'll notice none of them are happy. Perfect example, look at Donald Trump and everybody around him. See how miserable they are? Rich people are never happy. And they keep wondering why they're never happy. Why? Because the majority is not happy. So they, in turn, becomes unhappy. What affects the majority negatively always affects the minority negatively. Never fails. It's like clockwork. Why? It's simple, because you cannot ever, will ever, however, why ever, on any metric, survive alone. It's impossible.